Hello everybody, welcome back to the Suikoden 5 walkthrough. So we're starting out, we're going to do a little bit more recruiting in this video. So the first thing that I've done here is actually already thrown Sorensen into the entourage. And then we need to head to the gears room, apparently. I don't remember this, but yeah, right here. Okay, look at that. What's this? Wow, what a marvelous gear, a true pinnacle of scientific creation. If only I could show this to the professor. Alright, so let's teleport and have a word with the professor in Estrise. Off you go. Professor, professor, professor. Yes, Sorensen, no need to yell. I'm right here. Go ahead, speak up. What is it, Professor, it's a gear inside Prince Frey's castle. There's a gear from the ancient Sindar civilization, and it's an absolutely wondrous gear at that. Professor? What's keeping you, Sorensen? We must be on the move. Come along, come. There's no time to waste, Yes, Professor. Babbage joined the party. Very, very briefly, he has joined the party. Alrighty, so let's blink on back. One thing I actually want to see here. Wow, excuse me. Let's grab Zeros here. I want to check her tutor ability here. Skills, use, tutor. Oh, you can't train Babbage. That seems so strange. Okay, well I guess Babbage can't have his. I guess that makes sense. No, he's just a entourage here. So it's not looking like you're going to be able to, or we're ever going to be able to increase his treasure hunt ability. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess it's just stuck at S. Well, fair enough. Alright, let's grab Phelan. Oops. Okay, let's head back down to the gears room. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Because entourage members can't gain SP, so yeah, it would make sense that he can't be upgraded. Anyways, right here, Professor. Could this be gold? No, stone perhaps? Such handiwork. It hardly seems possible. A great mystery indeed, Sorensen, stop dawdling. I have a most important request for you, yes? Come, no time to waste, Yes, Professor, what is it? Sorensen, give me a hand. Help me turn this gear. Come, no time to waste. Let's get it moving, What? Why? The outdoor water wheel powers this gear, in which case there's one thing to do. You catch my drift, What's the point in having a gear that doesn't turn? There is no point. Don't you agree, Sorensen? Of course, Professor. Truer words have never been spoken. I've learned much due to my cerebral might. Good to see. Come. Let's get going, Absolutely, Professor Babbage. Babbage left the party. And Sorensen left. Alright, so we will leave those two to whatever it is that they get up to. And let's see who's next on the recruitment list. Oh, I can't get Lou yet. We'll actually need Sorensen. Let's go with... Oh, shit, right. So we need Bernadette for the next character. Let's grab Murad as well. Alright, so let's head on back to... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, dang, do we need to sail all the way back? Oh, no, it looks like we, Oh, wait. Yeah, I guess... Well, let's see if this works. I don't know if we can travel back, but I feel like we should be able to. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yes, I'd like to go to Nerva Island. Okay. Vice Captain Bernadette and His Highness the Prince of Felena. Yes, enough courtesies. What is it? Yes, well, yar, listen ye close and listen ye well, landlubbers. Ye landlubbers be bringing our captain back as quick as a pirate be down in a bottle of rum. If ye don't, this brat here'll be taking a swim in iron leggings, and then he'll be walking the plank, he will. Taking a swim in... Why would you swim in iron, or why would you basically... I assume this means like throw him overboard in iron leggings, but then have him walk the plank. This doesn't make any sense. I'm scared. Someone save me. As he said, they took that child hostage and are demanding the release of their captain. Do they mean the pirate captain we captured in the Great Lighthouse? Yes. What should we do? We do not negotiate with pirates. That's the rule, I'm afraid. We will not release the pirate captain. But what about the hostage? We'll devote the utmost efforts toward his safe release, of course. Yeah. Okay. I think we want to go with, can I help somehow? It doesn't look like this, yeah, it doesn't look like this dialogue matters. Wow. Yeah, okay. I mean, it makes sense if we just say, can I help somehow? Good luck rescuing him seems pretty bad. Oh no, that will not do. You already provided provided us with invaluable assistance in the Great Lighthouse. We cannot impose on your highness any further. Please just leave this to us. So you say, but do you have a plan? Well, not as such, no, but we'll think of something and solve this problem without any casualties, you'll see. No doubt. Alright, so we need to head up to speak with Chisato again, the puppet master. Oh, the boy being held hostage always comes to my shows. It always makes him so happy. Is there something I can do to help him? I'd do anything to save that little child. Man, I don't know. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to take a save state here. I assume the best answer here is, are you sure you can help us? So, Your Highness, are you sure you should involve the townsfolk? You're the famous puppeteer who can imitate any voice, aren't you? What? Yes. Well, I don't know about the famous part, but I do perform puppet shows. This might just work. There's something I could do? Let me help, please. I beg of you. You really mean it? Yes. Your Highness, I think I have an idea. I've brought your captain. Now release the hostage like you promised. Yeah, so you say, but how do we know that really be our captain, lass? Gotta be seeing his face. Don't be treating us like we be new to this hostage business. We be pirates, lass. Avast me hearties, half-witted bilge rats. Can't be recognizing your own captain. Hurry up, or I'll be stringing up the lot of ya by the ankles and letting the seagulls pluck out ya eyeballs. Poison me rum, that be the boss's voice, it is. sure as sharks is hungry. Now that's settled. Let's do this trade. You release the child at the same time I release your boss. Aye, aye, lass. Go. Go on, you scurvy runt. Get out of here before I go a-changing me mind and go a-putting this cold steel up your throat. Eek! Say, hurry, run back here. Mom! Huh? Yar, that be our captain. Aye, double-crossing the landlubbers and grabbing a hostage. Now that be good pirating it is. Ah, stop, let me go. Yar? When our captain be getting legs so soft and supple. Wow. That ain't our captain, you ninny. That'd be a damn sea harpy if I ever be seeing one. We been tricked, we have. Oh, the puppeteer lady? Alright, do it. Move out, all sailors, arrest them. Blast you scurvy scalawags, you blistering barnacles, you yellow-bellied krakens. Can't be double-crossing us, we be pirates. We supposed to be doing the double-crossing, we are. Okay. Better luck next time with your double-crossing. Say, Mom. Mommy! Ah, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. It was nothing. Fantastic work, Chisato. We couldn't have rescued the child without your help. What's wrong? It's, now that it's over, now that I think, I was actually pretty terrified. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, why did they put us back in the inn? That seems very strange. Alright. Oh, Your Highness, I'm sorry about falling apart after dealing with the pirates, but I never knew I could do something like that. Just thinking about the danger makes my knees go weak. But still, that adventure gave me a bit more confidence. I guess there's nothing wrong with that, is there? With being confident? Alright, so, can you join us now? Well, I never would have felt this new confidence if it wasn't for Your Highness and Bernadette. And while helping you was scary, it was also kind of exciting. If there's really something I can do for you, I would be happy to help. Alright, there we have Chisato. It will be an honor to work for you. I just hope I won't get in your way too much. There, she's joined the party. Let's kick Phelan out. Oh man, this is so annoying. So I'm gonna have to make another trip here. Dang it. It's really obnoxious that they forced her into the party right there. I wanted to grab, there's one more character that we're actually gonna get here in a minute, but let's see here. Alright, back to the castle. There we are. Oh god, she has a puppet on her arm. Wow, so this is Your Highness's castle? Amazing. Work as hard as I can. I'm honored to be on your team, Your Highness. Yeah, okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, so let's grab, I don't know, one of the treasure hunters, I guess. This is probably pointless. I'm guessing I'm just going to have to kick him back out anyway, but... Alright, let's hit the road. Okay, so back to Estrais. Doodle-doo. And go back to Nerva Island one more time. Okay, now I need to find Yar, I think is his name. All right, so yeah, we'll just head on over to the, what is this, the southwestern side. It says, that's it. Keep it up. Stay sharp. Ah, Your Highness, what a surprise. You want to know what those cannons on the ship are used for? Those are secret. Those are the secret weapon of the Island Nations Federation, rune cannon. So again, another reference to Suikoden 4. They transform the power of a rune into a concentrated shell of light. One hit can sink the mightiest of ships, or so they say. I've never actually seen them fire. Just between you and me, there aren't any shells to be shot. We've lost the technology to create them. Okay, so Suikoden 5 must happen after Suikoden 4. There you have it. I did say something that if I would just like look a little bit more, I'm sure there's a hint as to when Suikoden 5 happens in relation to 4, and there you have it. It doesn't make sense, right, to have Suikoden 4 happening after 5 if the technology to shoot their cannons has been lost. So anyways, well, you'd be surprised. So why have the cannons in the first place, right? Well, you'd be surprised how much mileage a bluff can get you. I suppose that makes sense. Excuse me, jeez. Let's see. How do you do? All right, so I gotta find. All right, gotta go to the inn. To the inn. Where is the inn? Oops. Yeah, it is down this way, isn't it? Oh, bingo. Alright, here we are. So how long are we going to sit around talking about nothing? Why, what's your hurry? This is a plush job. There's surely no need for us to rush. Yeah, but I don't think that gives us the right to just slack off. Most likely this is just another false lead. It could be, but it's our job to find out. I understand your anxious feelings. I can clearly see you're excited about your new post, but I don't want to see you stress yourself out. Oh, is that Nellis and Yar? Vice Captain Bernadette. I thought you were on business in Felena. What brings you here, Vice Captain? I'm still on business, in fact. This is Prince Frey of Felena. Prince, these are my father's subordinates, Yar and Nellis. An honor to meet you. I heard about your escapades at the Great Lighthouse. Quite an accomplishment for one so young. What brings you to Nerva Island? There we go. I was going to ask you the very same question. Some intelligence has led you here, I assume. Well, oh, sorry. I won't make you discuss it in front of us. I understand. Best of luck to you two. Right, Yar? Indeed, Vice Captain. I wish the best of luck to you as well. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Weird. Got a little stuck on the wall there. Alright, so let's, we have to go to our ship now and leave. Quote, unquote, leave. Prince Frey, Vice Captain Bernadette, halt, please. What is it? You're going back to Felena, correct? Would it be possible for us to sail with you? You want to go to Felena? What do you think, Your Highness? Please be our guests. Thank you, Your Royal Highness. You have our utmost gratitude. Yes, thank you very much. Sorry to impose on you. By the way, yes, please be our guest is one point to Yar and Nellis. Again, not that it really matters, but... Alright, so now they're joining. Let's see here. Well, as I thought was going to be the case, we're going to have to give Yar, or Nellis the boot. And then probably... You know, let's kick Zweig out for the time being. We'll throw Nellis in here. I'm not so wild about that, but it is what it is. Officer Yar. Ooh. Yeah, that looks like a rune cannon. That's indeed a rune cannon. Prince Frey, steer the ship toward that light. Your Highness, please, we haven't a moment to lose. I'll explain later, but for now we must hurry. We want to go with very well then, I believe. Actually, this choice actually doesn't look like it matters. That's weird. Well, whatever. Very well then. Thank you, Your Highness. We are on orders from Fleet Command to seek out missing rune shells. It's imperative we retrieve the rune shells from wherever they're located, be it a sunken ship or an old warehouse. Otherwise, they could fall into the hands of pirates or an enemy nation. It's a reef. Oh, yes, a nautical graveyard, as some say. Don't get too close, we'll run aground. That rune cannon must be somewhere in this reef. Not a very welcoming place, but we have no choice but to investigate. Then we'll go too. That's okay, this is our job. You guys can wait here. I'm not one to come this far and then just sit back and watch the outcome, and neither is the prince. But I don't see a problem. The extra manpower could speed up the search. Wouldn't you agree, Nellis? Yes, sir. Okay, let's actually swap Nellis and Yar around. I vaguely remember Nellis being pretty decent. She might be another one of the characters that's able to get 3 rune slots. And Yar here has the Angry Dragon rune. If you've played Suikoden 2, actually, I'm sure that this might be in more games. I'm trying to remember if it's if the Angry Dragon rune is in Suikoden 4. I can't remember now. I really like the character that's got the Angry Dragon rune in Suikoden 2, though. She was really good. Now, I don't remember also if Yar has a third, like if his helmet slot ever opens up, but, 2 times damage to 1 foe is pretty good. I don't remember if, we'll have to test this out, but I don't remember if that, like, puts him off balance or what the story is, so we'll have to see. But anyways, alright, so let's save here. What's our time looking like, too? 22 minutes. Yeah, we can probably knock this out. I'm assuming anyway. Alright, so let's save. Okay. Alright, Frey. Jean. Oops. Alright, so here's Yar. Oh, okay, well. Probably won't be able to find out much decent info until we get into a battle that's a little bit more difficult. Firing, lame. Zedam King. Oh, does he have a really bad damage right now? Let me guess. Does this guy have like a rank 1 weapon or something? Let's see here. Stats. Yeah. Level 1. I suppose the way to kind of get around this, I mean, I guess I could go back if I really wanted to. I don't think that's necessary, but another, maybe a decent idea would have actually to have the dwarf guy with us in our entourage, right? So that we could actually sharpen his weapon or upgrade his weapon. You know what's funny? I I haven't seen any enemies actually get charmed by Jean for a very long time. I don't know why that's the case, but it's very strange. I do like that he's got dual swords. I think he's kind of junk, though. Well, for the time being, anyway. Hopefully, or we'll see if he gets any better. Alright, so here I'm going to equip him with this new Zetum leather that we just got. Excuse me. Oh, look at that. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Tyra armor. I feel like we've got one of those before. It's not bad. Physical defense 53, HP 10, attack 3. Yeah, that's actually even a little bit better than the Zen was. And here is our boss fight. Let's see here. Yeah. Alright, so let's do it. What foul beast is this? You know, just the regular kind. Oh, Dagon. I thought that was a dragon. It's Dagon. Boom, boom, boom. It's because he's weak against magic type abilities, which of course I don't, you know, really have anything for magic abilities. Alright, so let's try this rune here. Oh, so bad. There, Jean barely taking any damage whatsoever. I love it. So the Angry Dragon rune in Suikoden 2 would put your character off balance. But that doesn't look like that's the case this time. But here he's not able to use it again. If that's the case, if that's a one-time deal, that's extremely lame. That's probably why I didn't really use him in my first time around. Well, there you have it. Alright, so there's a water orb, a flowing leather, fire sealing piece, and a stone of luck. That's a bit of a haul. Now it's clear I had a feeling these shipwrecks weren't caused by the reef alone. It was the work of that monster. If the prince's ship had been damaged by that creature, we'd have been stuck here to cook under the blazing sun. We're fortunate to have defeated that beast before it had a chance to cause any more destruction. Very fortunate indeed. Okay, is there nothing down there? Oh, look at all these colorful fellas using skulls as their shells. That's something. The Robe of Destiny. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Pale Moon Boots. Let's see what these are. Physical Defense 15, Dark +1. Wow, that robe is terrible. It's kind of wild how they put... I don't know how they make their decisions on, you know, itemization when it comes to some of these games, but that just seems like why bother? It's so bad. And there's so many, you know, robes that we have access to right now that are better. Just seems strange, but... okay. Is this a Federation fleet transport? There's no mistaking that hull. It's the Kurzalik, but that ship disappeared over 60 years ago? The records say that it vanished en route from Obel to a Nerva Island fleet base. Officer Yar. Yar, you remembered that entry off the top of your head? Indeed, it's my job, Vice Captain. The Kurzalik had rune shells on board at the time. What? Before the Kurzalik's final voyage, the hidden bounty of a legendary pirate was discovered. It was filled with vast treasures and, more importantly, dozens of rune shells. It was the first discovery of rune shells in decades and caused quite a stir. Shells were quickly loaded onto the Kurzulik and rushed off to Obel, but the ship never made it and got stranded in this reef. Precisely. We may have indeed hit the proverbial jackpot. Let's take a look inside. I like proverbial jackpots. They're better than real jackpots, actually. Not a lot of people know that. Blinking rune piece, alright. Oh, that reminds me. Being that I've got Jean with me, I'm going to throw a rune together. Oops, let's assemble. So it was a resurrection rune, so I actually ended up getting enough resurrection pieces. I don't remember when I got the last one, but I've been kind of, dragging my feet to put some of this stuff together. But here's also, I had enough that equilibrium pieces to throw one together as well. I'll probably never equip probably either of those, but strong magic against dark dwellers. Okay, dark dwellers, you say? Oh, Nellis has a rage rune. Huh, well, I didn't know that. Rage rune is amazing. Yeah, I didn't realize that she came equipped with one. Equilibrium orb blocks the unbalanced status. That can be useful for certain characters that, if they either use a rune or a combine attack that knocks them off balance, then this will, make it so that doesn't happen. I vaguely remember somebody's, that might be, is it Sorensen maybe, and Lou? And I don't know, one of them gets knocked off balance when they use their combine. I don't remember though. I could be mistaking that with somebody else. But anyways, let's take a look at that resurrection rune. So, scolding, 50 damage to one enemy. That's terrible. Yell. This is actually why this is probably the most useful spell. Well, I guess Scream is pretty good too. But Yell is probably the best one because it's only a rank 2 spell, and I don't know, you're probably not going to be using a whole lot of rank 2 spells with, with other runes. And so this is kind of nice. So it raises one ally from unconsciousness. Again, I don't know. That's I think probably actually honestly the best spell that this has got here. 300 damage on a rank 3 is not very good, and 300 HP heal to allies. This is completely inferior to the Cyclone rune, which restores 300 HP to all of your allies, but also the Cyclone rune does 500 damage to your enemies as well for a tier 4 spell. So again, not very good. Again, I think that Yell is the only real good spell that's got. So actually, I'm gonna use Jean's Rune Sage spell again one more time here to unequip those two. I will most likely never use really honestly either of those runes because I'm probably just gonna keep focusing on my physical attacks, but it's an option. All right, so what else do we have here? Look at there. There's window set 8. That looks like, yeah, that looks like that's it. All right. Oh. Otto. Yeah, really missing a lot lately. I don't like seeing that. Turbine shells. Oh, there's a charm finally. Look at that. That hasn't happened in quite a while. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest. I kind of like that. I kind of like this setup. It's honestly probably not as good as other characters that are able to kind of utilize this too. You know, it's probably something like that strike back orb, along with, I don't know, somebody that's got a really good defense stat and 3 open slots. So you can do wall orb, strike back. What would be and then the firefly would probably be a pretty good combo. So maybe I'll set up that at a later date, but as of right now, this actually is kind of cool though too. Freeze, who are you? Oh, real live people. We've been saved, or we be saved. What? And so you came in search of the rune shells, but were stranded here after the monsters sunk your ship. It's true, our greed went a getting the better of us, it did. Rune shells be taken out Federation vessels like they be toy boats. A fortune they be selling for. We'd been pirating heroes, we would, legends like no other on the high seas. And we be finding the rune shells we did, but we be stuck in here. And if it weren't for ye, we'd all be winding up in Davy Jones's locker, we would. You can be locking us in the pokey, you can. You can be taking the rune shells. Just be getting us out of here, mateys. Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. It's pretty rough dialogue. How are things looking? Several shells are usable. They're in excellent condition, considering it's been 60 years. If these shells get out into the market, there's no telling what would happen. Yar, we finally be rid of that. That big ol'... Impossible, it's still alive? No, the Elmlark. Alright, so I think we want to go with the rune cannon here. It's funny too that that option, you have to actually choose that, and you have to choose it quickly. I have my game on fast forward, and I actually didn't select that bottom option. I definitely went, I moved my cursor to it, but it selected automatically. So yeah, so kind of interesting. But okay. You made that old beastie walk the plank, you did. That's the power of the rune cannon? Did you see that? That cannon is downright scary. Alright, so we want to go with it must be destroyed. Loaded onto the ship means that you lose out on Yar and Bernadette. Or not Bernadette, Nellis. So again, we want to go with the bottom option here. It must be destroyed. What? What a coincidence. That's exactly what I was going to suggest. Officer Yar? You agree that no one in this world should ever possess a weapon that devastating, correct? But our mission was to seek out the rune shells and retrieve them. The rune shells were located, but were damaged beyond use and were properly disposed of. Right, Vice Captain Bernadette? My capacity here is as a member of the Dark Army of Felina. Not as your superior. I have no authority. You heard the Vice Captain. Any problems, Nellis? No, sir. Then it shall be done. On my mark. Come on now, get a move on. Yar. People, civilization. It don't even matter that they ain't be pirates, it does. Yar, we be indebted to ya. You're under arrest. This isn't a sightseeing tour. Like a 3-hour tour? Well, Your Highness, you are too kind to assist in their transfer. We sure owe you one. Thanks for all the help. We shall be going then. And here we say, why don't you come to Felina to recruit them? That sounds wonderful. Officer Yar, what about our next investigation? The shipwrecked boat holding the rune shells may have drifted to Felina. This possibility must be immediately investigated. That sounds like it should work. They're not going to buy that. But wouldn't you agree that repaying the kindness of these great friends is a duty as important as any other? Well, since you put it that way, but even so. Vice Captain Bernadette? Like I said before, I have no authority at this time. Do what your heart tells you. Though if I did have my say, I would ask you to come, of course. Yes, Vice Captain. Prince Frey, we may only be of little help, but we want to take you up on your offer. You have befriended Yar. You have befriended Nellis. Excellent. Alright, so there's our next two characters. Let me look at the time here. Oh, wait, what? Hit the wrong button. Oh, Jesus, I'm way over. Alright, well, that's the end of this one. As always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.